My name is Clara Bennett. I am 37 years old. I live in a beautiful coastal city called Brighton Bay. The sound of the sea always brings peace to my heart. I work as a teacher in a small primary school, and I love my students dearly. Teaching has always been my dream, and it gives me strength even in my darkest times. I was married once. His name was Ethan Bennett. He is 41 years old. We were married for 7 long years. When I first met Ethan, I believed my love story would last forever. I believed he was my soulmate. But sometimes life writes a different story than the one we imagine. At first, everything was perfect. Ethan and I laughed a lot. We shared dreams, and we supported each other. But slowly, little by little, things began to change. Our love turned into silence. Our smiles turned into arguments. Our hearts turned into strangers. Ethan and I began to fight about small things, about time, about money, about work, about nothing and everything. Every day felt heavier. The warmth between us faded like sunlight at the end of a long day. I tried my best to fix things. I tried to talk, to listen, to change. But no matter how hard I tried, it was never enough. We could not understand each other anymore. The space between us kept growing. Then came the day I never wanted to face, the day I had to sign the divorce papers. My hand trembled as I held the pen. I could feel my heart breaking as I wrote my name on that paper. Signing it meant our marriage was truly over. I felt like I had failed, like I had lost a part of my soul. When it was done, I walked out of the courthouse. The sky was gray, and it started to rain. It felt like even the heavens were crying with me. I walked home with tears on my face, whispering to myself, "This is not the end of my story. This is the start of a new one." After the divorce, I moved into a small apartment near the school where I worked. It was not big, but it was peaceful. I painted the walls light blue, the color of hope. The first few weeks were very hard. The nights were quiet and lonely. Sometimes I sat by the window and watched the rain fall. I missed being loved. I missed being held. But I knew I had to be strong. My work became my comfort. Every morning, the laughter of my students reminded me that life still had beauty. My friends from school often called me. They wanted me to go out, to meet new people, to start again. They would say, "Clara, you deserve to be happy again. There are still good men out there." But my heart was not ready. I told them I needed more time. I needed to heal. One cold morning, I was walking to school with a cup of coffee in my hand. My thoughts were far away, lost in the past. Suddenly, my foot hit a small stone and I lost my balance. The coffee spilled all over my clothes and the cup rolled on the road. I felt so embarrassed as people passed by. Then I heard a gentle voice. "Are you okay? Do you need some help?" I looked up, and there he was. A man with warm brown eyes and a soft smile. He looked genuinely kind. "It seems like you need another coffee," he said with a small laugh. I smiled shyly. "Yes, maybe I do." "My name is Lucas, by the way," he said. Let me buy you a new one. We walked together to a small cafe on the corner. Lucas didn't ask about my sadness or my messy clothes. He talked about small, simple things, about the weather, about books, about his job at the post office. He made me laugh for the first time in months. That morning, something inside me shifted. I felt safe with him, a feeling I hadn't felt for a very long time. Lucas and I started meeting often, sometimes for coffee, sometimes for lunch. We talked for hours. I told him about my school, my students, my dreams. He listened with kindness and interest. One evening, I told him about my divorce. My voice shook, but he didn't interrupt. He just listened quietly. When I finished, he said softly, "Sometimes life breaks us, Clara. But maybe that breaking helps us build something new, something stronger and more beautiful." Those words stayed with me. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. I began to smile again. I began to look forward to each morning. And I began to fall for Lucas. Every time my phone made a sound, my heart would beat faster. I hoped it was a message from him. His kindness made me believe in love again. Then one afternoon, my phone rang. The number was unknown. I answered and froze when I heard the voice. It was Ethan. "Clara," he said softly, "I miss you. I think about you every day. I want to see you. I've changed. Please give me another chance." His words hit me like a storm. For a moment, I remembered our good days, the laughter, the love, the dreams. But then the memories of pain returned, the fights, the silence, the loneliness. I took a deep breath and said, "No, Ethan, we cannot go back. That part of my life is over." I thanked him for calling and ended the call. My hands shook, but I knew I had made the right choice. One sunny afternoon, Lucas invited me to the park. We walked near the lake, talking and laughing. Suddenly, he stopped, turned to me, and took my hands. His eyes were full of love. "Clara," he said softly, "you make me smile every day. I can't imagine my life without you. Will you marry me?" My heart stopped. For a moment, I couldn't speak. I had promised myself I would never marry again. I was scared. But when I looked into Lucas's eyes, I saw nothing but love, honesty, and peace. Tears filled my eyes. I whispered, "Yes, Lucas, I will marry you." He smiled, his eyes shining, and hugged me tightly. A few months later, we had a small, beautiful wedding by the sea. I wore a simple white dress, and he wore a blue suit. As I walked toward him, the ocean breeze touched my face, and I felt peace in my heart. That day I realized my divorce was not the end of my story. It was the beginning of finding my true love. Sometimes life breaks us just to show us who we really are. Sometimes it takes losing something to find what truly belongs to us. I found love again. I found myself again. And now, every time I wake up beside Lucas, I whisper to myself, "This is my new beginning. This is my happy ending." If you enjoy this story, please like, comment, and share.